customer-driven beauty review channel. I do them from the viewpoint of, is it a good value? Can you find it cheaper? Is it, worth it to buy the name brand? Things like that. So if you're into all of that, I do hope that you will subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. And if you like monthly or annual favorites, then I hope you'll click the like button. So this is my January 2020 favorites. I actually skipped my 2019 favorites. I wasn't kind of up and running yet in film. So I'm going to start off with skincare only because I only have 2 items, so it makes it really easy to knock out. One is going to be the Clinique Take the Day Off. This would have been in my annual favorites, and it is just an amazing cleansing balm. It works correctly every time. It doesn't cloud over my eyes. It really is a good cleanser that gets everything off. And I do follow up with an actual face wash, but this is my favorite of all. So then this is the Sephora Super Hydrant All Day Hydrator, and this is a hyaluronic acid moisturizer. It's almost like, it's a little bit more lotiony than a serum, but it's not quite a lotion either. So that does look like that. So then I only have 1 primer in here, and it's not actually there. I should have 2, but I finished. I don't have any more, so maybe I'll pop up a picture here. So I actually used 100% of my Tarte. Actually, we're getting it in BoxyCharm this month. I was just talking about this. I finished an entire jar of the Tarte Coconut Hydrating Primer. I really love it. It plumps up. It gives my dry skin like a really good base. The other one is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I really love this. As you can see, I'm getting low. This will be repurchased even in my no buy. It's sticky. My foundation sticks to it. I love it. It's fantastic. I do have 2 different foundation types. One of them I have more than 1 shade. Actually, both of them technically have more than 1 shade, but I didn't grab that one. This one is one I just actually tossed in my empties. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. This is a liquid foundation. It is available on their website, and I believe only at Sephora. I don't think anybody else sells it, but I could be wrong. I am in the shade R230. This is probably the most perfect foundation shade match I have ever found in my life, and it is one of my all-time favorite foundations. It will be repurchased once I use some. I like to experiment, so I own too many. So once I use some, I will absolutely get more of that. The other one is one oh, by the way, this is the second one I finished. So I finished this in January. I also finished one in 2018. So it's definitely one that I use. So the other one is the Candid Revlon foundation. This is an anti-pollution. I actually have 2 shades. I like to mix these. It's not necessarily, I don't have to do that, but one is a little bit more pinky tone. One's a little bit more yellow. This one's actually already got a lot of use out of it. This one is a pretty perfect match for me. This is Creme Brulee in 150. This one is Ivory. This one, it can be a little too pink. Now, I can, it's fixable with powders and things like that, but I do like those, and mixed together, it creates a perfect base. I used 2 Candid Creme Brulees last year. 100% finished them till there was nothing left in them. So I definitely love that foundation. Trying to get them kind of organized because I didn't think to organize them because I've filmed it so long. So for a color corrector, I actually again finished one of these last year, and I'm on my 2nd one. This is the Becca color corrector. This is, what do they call it actually? Under Eye Brightening Corrector, and this is in light medium. So this is probably my favorite every month. I use it a ton. The Naked one's okay. I don't think it's terrible, but this one is my holy grail for sure. And then for concealer, I actually thought I hated this. Like, I tried it, didn't like it, and then I thought it was actually too close to the Tarte Shape Tape, which dries out my under eye. And then I tried it again in January, ended up using it for most of the month. This is the CoverGirl True Blend. I do have Porcelain. So this is similar to Tarte Shape Tape in the sense that it's full coverage, dries down pretty quickly. It lasts the entire day, but I think it doesn't dry out my under eye and dehydrate my under eye quite as much as the Tarte Shape Tape. So more base products. Let's see. Let's do some cream products. These 2, I think, probably were in a lot of my favorites last year, but I absolutely love them. So the first one is the Trestique Blush. I've mentioned this before. I absolutely love this. This, to me, I mean, I've been using this since I got it in my, what did I get it in? FabFitFun. I mean, look at this. I mean, this thing goes on for days, and I use it at least twice, 3 times a week as my pretty much exclusive blush. It's gorgeous. I plan to repurchase when it's gone. I would never want to live without it. It is just stunning. Then another one that I am literally almost out of is the Milk Baked Bronzer. This is the matte one. I don't think they have one that's not matte, unless maybe they used to discontinued it. So if you take a look, I'm literally into the plastic, and I'm going to end up digging down into it, but I'm okay with that. I will dig because it is gorgeous. My husband actually purchased this for me last July, and I can't believe that it's taken this long to use, but it's huge, so it kind of makes sense. 2 powders. I'm gonna actually, no, I don't have 2 powders. I have more powders. Okay. So then one that I use an entire one during the year, and I have another one that's almost gone, is Peach Perfect. I actually own 3 of these, I believe. I love this powder. It is fantastic. I don't think I'll ever not want to buy it. So if they discontinue it, I'm going to go buy it up everywhere. That one is mattifying, but it doesn't mattify to the point that my dry skin looks horrible, and that's something that I absolutely love about it. The other one that I actually bought because, I'll be honest, I was curious about the drama, but also because I thought it might be a loose version of Hourglass's ambient lighting, and I was right, it is. So this is the Jaclyn Luminous Powders. I think that's what this is called. Yeah, Luminous Powder. So this is in the shade Brighten Up. So when you first look at this, it actually looks almost kind of deep. It's a pink tinge, but when you look at it by itself, it almost looks more like an orange or a darker pink. It looks stunning on the skin. I mean, it literally, I mix it a lot of times with my loose powder, and then it kind of gives it a glow. And then of course, I cannot live without my ambient lighting palette. This is one that has dim light, incandescent light, and radiant light. I finished an entire incandescent light last year, and this is what I have now. So I am using this one. I just saw today that they're coming out with more of these kind of triple palettes. I think they're just such a better idea, way more affordable, and so they're bigger pans as well. So I plan on picking up one of those probably sometime this year. If they're going to be limited release, I probably will pick up one when they're released. If they're not limited release, I'll wait till later in the year and I can use more than one I have. So if we look at more base products, let's see, 2 bronzers, same brand. Actually, this is bronzer and blush, but really for me, it's 3 bronzers and a blush. I'll show you. So this is from the Lip Bar. These actually are called the Fresh Glow Bronzers and Blush Duo. So this one is a little bit deeper. This is the Girls Night, and these are shimmery blushes. They have like a fast face system that I also own. I purchased this particular one prior to that, and I did break this one, so I want to be careful. It's not broken all the way, but it is damaged. So I purchased this one in the local Detroit Lip Bar store, and I fell in love with it, and so I did order a second one. This one is, I think, the one that's actually created for more fair skin. That one is more like light to medium. Although their whole system is that anybody can use anything. It's all about how heavy your hand is and all that stuff. So this is the Travel Bug. So it has passport stamps and foreign currency. These ones are almost both bronzers for me. They're not distinct enough, but one is more shimmery than the other. This one I thought was going to be like a peach. It's not really, but I'm okay with it. I use it just the same. And then the other one is my butter bronzer that I use probably for 90% of the month. I do have a huge dip. I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera. I just think this is a classic. I think that it's, again, it's kind of like my Peach Perfect or my Becca. I could go in every month and I'd be okay with that as far as my favorites. I have 2 blushes. One is the L'Oreal Enchanted Paradise Peach. This is in the shade, I think I scratched my shade off. Nice. But it's like a peachy pink color. It's absolutely stunning. And then I actually did not plan to buy this, and I will never regret buying it now. This is Patrick Ta. I have She's Passionate. This is, I've heard people say they're not pigmented. I don't think that it's not, that it is that they're not pigmented. I actually think that the issue is that it's a very finely milled powder, so it takes a lot more to get on your brush. These come off looking like just healthy every single time I use them. They're absolutely stunning. Then for highlighter, I did purchase also the Jaclyn palette. This is literally the most stunning highlighter I have ever used in my life. I have used every one of these shades. Every one of them look good on my skin. I mean, it just is, I mean, like, look at my nose. It is stunning. Absolutely stunning. So if we look at eyebrow products, I do only have one in here. I don't have, like, pencils. I don't have a ton that I'm dying to repurchase. They all kind of work the same to me. My Holy Grail eyebrow gel is actually the ColourPop Boss Brow, I think it's called, and that one I just finished in January. So I started using this Kush Fiber by Milk Makeup Kush Fiber Brow Pencil, and I do have, it says MJ, I think that's the blonder one. So this one has a 6-month shelf life, so I knew it was coming to the end. And it does have a very similar spoolie to ColourPop. I think that's part of the reason I like it. But I also like it because I can use this on my no makeup days, and because it's a fiber one, it actually does help my eyebrows get bigger. So next I have eyeshadow. I have one is the Natasha Nona Gold, Mini Gold, excuse me, and it does look like this. This literally is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes I have ever used. I am seriously tempted to buy the full size gold now. This middle shade, what I do is I actually put this on my outer corner, and I put this in the middle, and then I put almost like a gradient, and then I put this one in the front, but in the corner, and it looks absolutely stunning every single time. I get compliments all the time. So I'm not going to show all of them in open. I will insert a picture here, but I did purchase all of the Fenty Snap Shadows, and there's some that I like more than others, not because of the quality, but because of actually what they have color tone wise. So 5 and 7 are ones that I absolutely love. So 7 is the Cadet. It's like almost like a military color shade range. This one is absolutely stunning, works fantastic. I've had no issues with it, and it lasts all day. 5 is the peach one, and it again looks stunning. This one's nice when I want to brighten up my eye, kind of like today I did the lavender. Want to kind of brighten things up, didn't want everything like dull, and sometimes I get in the habit of wearing darker shades. So that is the shades that I fell in love with in January. I have 2 mascaras. One you can see is well loved. There's like nothing left on it. It's totally rubbed off. This is ColourPop, and this is the BFF in blue. These are both getting to the end of their life, so I'm getting ready to pop them in my empties. In fact, this one is a huge chunk came out, so this is going in the empties after this video, but it has a big spoolie, and it's just this bright neon blue. I love it. And then this other one is the Thrive, which you cannot purchase online at Ulta, but you can only purchase in stores. So I'm kind of frustrated because everybody sold out of it. But this one has a spoolie that I hate, so I will explain. So it has one of these little plastic spoolies, and I can't stand these. It is literally the most frustrating thing for me, except for this. So I can't tell you how many I've tried. Let's see, the Tarte, the Benefit, all of them that have those, I've hated them. And this one, it like literally, I don't know what it is about it. It's like magic. It picks up your lashes and it makes them longer and thicker, not thicker, excuse me, makes them longer and separated. I do use a second mascara for thickening. I think right now I'm using the Dolce because it's almost dry. And then I have just opened my Perversion. So it definitely lengthens everything. It's a tubing mascara, so it makes, for some people feel it's a more convenient way to remove your mascara because it kind of comes off in pieces. For me, it's kind of frustrating because I end up with this mascara all over my face, but it's worth it. It's good enough. It's worth it. And then my last 2 lip products, it's actually the same brand, but different shades. And I think I have every shade now except for the Milk one. And this is the Fenty Gloss Bombs. These actually converted me to gloss. I've hated gloss my entire life. Never really owned many. Like last time in inventory, I think I had like 20 or 15 glosses, and they were mainly for like work, so your mouth isn't dry or your lips aren't dry. And I had a bazillion liquid. Now it's like flipping. Now I have tons of lip glosses. So this is Fenty Glow, and this is Fussy. On camera, I hope it's picking up. This one has almost like a more burnt. This is more pinky. I did buy the holiday kit that had a whole bunch of different new ones in it, and I think they're all coming as full size now. So these are definitely converted me to loving gloss, and I'm hoping that I can quite honestly find more glosses that I like, but I would be okay with purchasing these for the rest of my life, I think. So that is my January 2020 favorites. I am going to try to get back on track with these, get them the first week of the new month. If you have something that was your absolute favorite that was in this video, I do hope that you'll post down below that you had a favorite as well. And I hope that you'll subscribe and ring the bell for notifications and like this video if you liked it. Have a good night, guys. See you soon.